vacation?
Yeah, we're going to the Finger Lakes this year. Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Where are they?
It's home to amazing parks and restaurants and fabulous attractions, like the Field Museum, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Adler Planetarium, and the Shedd Aquarium.
Listen, millions of Americans struggle to hear clearly, right? Maybe you can relate. Maybe it's one ear, maybe it's both ears. It's 1 in 7 adults. The Hearing Loss Association of America tells us this. But what can you do to help? Most insurances will not cover hearing aids, and most hearing aids can cost anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000. So that's why MDHearing is a game changer. This is the Neo. It's an in-ear, over-the-counter hearing aid. It comes with 2 charging cases. This is going to be the hearing aid, the helper that you need to hear better, more clearly, with a fraction of the cost of those other hearing aids. Now, MDHearing was founded in 2008 by an ENT, right? That's going to be your ear doctor. So this is founded by physicians for you to be able to hear better. Okay, now listen, I want to explain to you what the pricing is today. So our today's special price is the lowest price we have ever seen for this, okay? You are getting the actual hearing piece, which of course you can see here. It's very discreet. We're going to go into all the details on it, but this is the lowest price ever, okay? And only hearing aid today special of the year. It is under $250 for you to get this, or just $50 on a flex pay, making it $110 off. Even at the HSN deal of $360, this would be a steal. But today you can get it home and try it out. You have 45 days, not 30, and we'll explain why in just a moment with the free shipping. Now, I want to bring in Dr. Sandra Porps. She is, come on in, Dr. Sandra. How are you? Your hair looks so pretty.
Oh, thank you so much.
The humidity is kind of killing mine a little bit.
But well, a little bit.
Yeah. But listen, Dr. Sandra, you've been with the company for how long?
I was employee number 4. So I've been with the company since 2009.
2009,
yes.
right. And you were telling me when we were on the phone yesterday, I mean, this is so important to you because it's about bringing hearing back to people at an affordable price.
Absolutely. So hearing loss really affects everyone. It affects so many of us, whether it's the person with the hearing loss or a loved one that has hearing loss. And this is a way to get hearing aids in ears. And that's my goal as an audiologist. Hearing aids in ears, not in drawers.
In ears and not in drawers. I love that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about this one because I know this is kind of like that invisible design. You told me it's super easy to use. It's like one button?
It's one button. Yeah, that's it. So I have my samples right here. And it is so easy. It is so small, it is so tiny, and it is so easy to put in. So I'm just gonna slip it in my ear right here, and you cannot see it. So even with my hair, you know, tucked back behind my ears, straight on, you cannot see it. I have to turn and almost all the way back.
I still can't see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tiny, it's so small. We had a model on yesterday, and when I saw him, I had to double check that he was wearing them because I had helped him put them in his ears and then didn't see him for a little while, and then saw him and was like, oh, are they still there? I had to get behind him to look to see. And I'm an audiologist, I know what I'm looking for. So like, how often are you really looking in someone's ear canal? So they're so small, they're so easy to use, and it's just one button. So you push the button to adjust the volume, and that's it, you go on with your life, which is the important part.
Well, and that's what we want, right? And you know, hearing loss, it affects so many people, right? Different ages. Yeah. I was reading, and you know, I like to do a little bit of research, but 1 in 7 Americans, that's a lot.
That's a lot, and that's broken down by age too. So when you are over 50, you have a 1 in 4 chance, 25% chance of having hearing loss. When you are over 80, that's 1 in 2. 50% chance of having hearing loss. So that number just rises dramatically as we get older.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's talk about what we're getting here in this package.
So we're getting the 2 hearing aids, right and left, because most people have hearing loss in both ears. You get 2 charging cases, which I really love. That's special to HSN. And you can have one, you know, by your bedside table, another one in the car, in your purse, in a bag, really anywhere else you might need it. You have domes. It comes with a medium dome on it, but then you have small and large domes as well. My personal ear canal, I use a small. Other people use a large. We give you different sizes because not every ear canal is the same. And then you have the wax guards. Those help keep the hearing aid clean. So that you're going to replace once a month, just any wax, moisture that could possibly be in your ear, because our ears have wax and moisture. That's just going to take it right out. And then of course the charging bricks. And I don't know the last time you bought something.
Right. They don't come with the bricks.
Come with the bricks. I know, it's so silly and it's so ridiculous, but ours come with the bricks.
Okay, so I want you to think about this. Do you or any of your loved ones, have they dealt with, are they dealing with hearing loss? I can tell you for myself, my Mima, and she's great grandma. It took her so long, and she was so frustrated because the insurance didn't want to pay for it. And then she was going back and forth to appointments. And then she still had to come out of pocket thousands of dollars. When you're on a fixed income, when you're, I mean, any income, thousands of dollars is a lot of money to be able to hear again. So yeah, you're going to pay it, but why would you do that when you can get this at a fraction of the cost and get that same result, that crisp, clear sound that you are looking for? Just $50 is going to get this home. Now, you know, don't take it from just me or Dr. Sandra here, right? Why don't we take a listen to some others who have used it, and they're going to tell us how it's affected them.
So far, my experience has been excellent with the hearing aids. They've given me no problems. The charger is great. These are the real deal. They're very good.
I am extremely happy.
And I like that it was extra small and that it was in ear.
I'm finding it simple to use. I would highly recommend this for anybody.
MDHearing remotely was outstanding, with outstanding service.
They seem to work. They work. I can hear noises that I couldn't normally hear or sound, and I'm pretty confident.
If someone asked me about purchasing these hearing aids, I would say yes.
I love that video. And something that I love about that video is you can tell these are clearly not paid actors. These are clearly cell phone videos. And what we do, we send a lot of emails, a lot of follow-up. And one of the things we say is, hey, let us know how you're doing in video if you want, because it's just easier for some people, you know, than typing things out. So those are video testimonials that they're not paid for, they were not solicited. They're just, hey, let us know how you're doing. And that's what we got back, which I love.
This is so important. I think a lot of us take for granted that we can hear, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's like we take it granted being able to see and things like that. And it's not until something goes wrong that we're like, what do I do, right? And then you kind of figure things out. When I realized this affects so many people and the cost it is just to be able to get the help, I mean, that is so crazy. So I'm so glad that MDHearing said, no, we're not going to do that. We want to make it affordable because everyone should be able to hear.
Absolutely, because like when you don't hear, that cuts you off from people.
Yeah.
You don't hear, you're isolated, you don't want to go out, you don't want to go to restaurants, you don't want to see your friends, you don't want to talk to your kids. And hearing loss is very gradual. You know, if you woke up one morning and then you just couldn't hear, you would notice right away. But it's so gradual, it's a little bit over time. It can be years, usually 7 years between the time someone realizes they have a problem and the time they do something about it. And we want to do something about it. We want to make hearing aids affordable and accessible. So like you said, your grandmother had multiple appointments she had to go to.
Yes.
You don't have to with this. You can just get them sent right to your home. Free shipping, which I personally love, and they come ready to go right out of the box. You just have to charge them. And if you do have questions, if you are wondering, well, is this the right fit for me? Does this look quite right? You can contact one of our support people. We have 30 licensed professionals on staff, audiologists and hearing instrument specialists. They are real people. When you call, you're going to talk to one of my friends, one of my coworkers. You can talk to Debbie, who's in Florida. You can talk to Jeff, who's in Colorado. You can talk to Dr. Cassidy White. She's in Tennessee. You can talk to somebody who knows what they're doing and want to help you. You can call them, email them, text them, video chat with them, however you want to get in touch with us. We want to help you.
Now, tell us a little bit, Dr. Sandra, about the 45-day trial. So, because maybe you're at home and you're like, you know what, I'm skeptical, and that's okay.
Oh, totally fine. Yeah,
you could be skeptical, but we're telling you, we give you 30 days at HSN to get it home and try it out. MDHearing said we're going to do you better. We're going to give you 15 additional days. So talk to us about that.
So the reason for that is it takes 21 days for something to become a habit or something to become routine for you, whether that is starting a new exercise program or trying hearing aids, because your brain needs that time to learn. What does that sound like? What does that look like for me now? So it's 21 days to do that. We double that plus a couple extra just to make sure you're extra sure and that you're hearing your very, very best.
Okay, so I wanted us to kind of show, and I know we showed it at the top, but in case you're just tuning in, you know, this is our today's special from MDHearing. So if you or anyone that you know and love is dealing with hearing loss and, you know, don't want to pay thousands of dollars for something insurance won't cover and hearing aids, this is what you definitely want to be able to pick up today. So we're going to listen to a simulation where you hear it with and without without the hearing aids from MDHearing. Here we go.
Played out in the sandbox and I made a big castle. Then we went inside and had soup for lunch. Chicken noodle is my...
Hi, how are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Are you excited for vacation?
Yeah. We're going to the Finger Lakes this year. Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Where are they?
It's home to amazing parks and restaurants and fabulous attractions, like the Field Museum, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Adler Planetarium, and the Shedd Aquarium.
Listen to the crispness. I mean, is that a way to describe crispness,
That's
right?
exactly it. Yes, that crispness, that clarity. You could hear before. You could hear what they were saying. You're probably straining a little bit.
Yeah.
But having those high frequencies back, that's really where the clarity comes in. That crispness of sound really brings. I love the simulation where it shows that is in black and white and then in color, because that's really what it feels like to me. Like you can see black and white. You know, you watch black and white movies, but then in color, you just get so much more. And that's exactly what hearing aids help you with, is getting so much more.
Well, the hearing was crisp, but also the sound was I would say very vibrant, right?
Yes.
Like you could hear it was brighter. If we're talking about color, that's what it had a richness to it.
Absolutely.
Listen, this deal we have never seen before. This is the lowest price. If you go to MD Hearing's website, you're not going to see this price. This is only for HSN customers, but that is also means that they have a certain number they brought in to be able to give to you at this price. So for just $50 on 5 FlexPay, you can get this home with free shipping and handling. If you have an HSN card, you get an additional FlexPay. That would make it about $41 to get home. But remember, you don't just have 30 days to try this out. You have 45 days. This is a risk-free trial that you can get home. I mean, who doesn't want to hear better? There is free shipping on this. And remember, right, if you are having trouble, maybe you're like, hey, my telephone calls, I'm not hearing things as clear. Maybe it's something new. You heard Dr. Sandra say it takes almost 7 years sometimes for people to fully realize it. Don't do that to yourself. Get it while we have it at this deal. Maybe it's you or someone you love, but for $50 or less, if you have additional FlexPay with your VIP card member holder, then make sure you get this, because it is a game changer for so many. We have another testimonial, Dr. Sandra, I think we're gonna listen to.
Wonderful.
Well, the first day I had his MD hearing aids on. He didn't tell me he had them on. And we were in the car, we were going someplace, and I was noticing he really understands me today. He said, you know, it was just sharp. He said, the words don't blur at all.
And that evening, we went out with another couple, and I had no problem hearing anybody sitting across the table or sitting next to me.
And in noisy restaurants, he can still hear. We even went to the movies this past month twice, because now he can hear what the movie's saying.
I've had no problem with them speaking to people, talking to people.
You can even talk on the phone now.
I talk,
which you never had
the phone
to do that.
A very big thing.
So I said, well, I think we should see about these. I could have saved a lot of money.
That's Jim and Janice, and what I love about their reaction to each other and the reaction to hearing is, I don't know if you saw when he's talking about going to the movies. She's talking about going to the movies. They clearly hadn't been doing that.
Oh,
so
yes.
they, you know, that was clearly something that they weren't doing, was going to the movies, going out to dinner with friends. And when she's talking about, we went to the movies twice last month, he just starts smiling. Like, you can just tell that's something that they missed and that they liked doing together, that they stopped doing because he wasn't here and he wasn't enjoying it. And now he is. And that just makes me happy.
It's giving people their lives back,
100%,
right? I mean,
yes.
we think about that, right? Like you and I already talked a little bit about taking things for granted, but, you know, do you have someone, or is it you that maybe you're like, you know, I don't want to go out because I can't hear things. I don't want to go to the movies because it's not enjoyable anymore.
Absolutely.
Even maybe being around the kids or the grandkids and being able to hear them, or even with your friends, right? That can stop you from doing it. Don't let that stop you from enjoying your life. We get one life. Why not be able to get something that is going to make your life better? I want to remind you all, this is $110 off, okay? You're getting this home at the lowest price we've ever seen. Even if you go to MD Hearing's website and you look up the Neo, you're not going to see it at this price. You are getting, remember, your right ear, your left ear. You're getting everything you see in front of you, 2 of the charging boxes, and it is so easy to use. You put it in your ear, you press the button, and you are good to go. You are good to go to enjoy your life again. You don't need an appointment, maybe several appointments. You're not paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. It is just $50 on a FlexPay, and you have 45 days to try it out. If you don't love it, You can return it.
You can return it. It's
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Or maybe there's a different hearing aid that's right for you. That's okay too. You've done something.
Yeah.
That's the important part. Do something to treat your hearing loss.
Now, can we talk again a little bit, you know, when we talk about insurance, things like that, right? They're not covering it.
Yeah.
It's so expensive, right, for the technology. But you guys were able to say, no, we're not doing that. We're going to be able to make this affordable. You know, what was the, you know, for when it was founded? Like, what was the mission behind this?
So the mission behind it was very simple. We were founded by an ENT based out of Chicago, and he was recommending hearing aids to his patients, and they weren't getting them. So he started asking why. Well, it came down to two things: accessibility, which was people had to take off work, they had to have someone drive them, they had to take multiple buses to get there, and then affordability. They simply couldn't afford them, were on fixed incomes, had multiple other expenses. So he said, well, let's fix this, and he did. So MD Hearing was founded with those principles of accessibility and affordability, and that is our mission today. We want hearing aids to be easy, which is why we ship them right to your house. We're a fully remote company, so you can contact us at any time. You don't have to leave your house. And affordability. We want you to be able to afford hearing aids without having to go without something else.
Right.
Because we don't want you to, not treat your hearing because you're worried like, oh, maybe I won't be able to buy food or, something horrific like that.
Yeah.
That's why this is so affordable. And that's why I love you guys have FlexPay too, because you can fit that into your lifestyle,
Well,
which is
and
wonderful.
It is. That is so affordable. And I'm so glad that you said that because we think about that, right? Everything is a considered purchase nowadays. Everything is getting more expensive.
For sure.
I want you to think about what your quality of life is right now. Could it be better, right? And with the cost of $50, as a FlexPay, there is no interest on this payment. You can get free shipping. You have 45 days to try this out. This could make your life better. This could make one of your loved ones' lives better, but you have to get it home to try it first. Someone in the chat said that they had to spend thousands of dollars, it looks like, because one of the hearing aids, I guess something happened maybe 8 years in. And, so think about that. If you paid 10 grand and then 6 or 8 years later, another 10 grand.
Yeah.
How much is that over? That's
Unbelievable.
that's like $1,000 a year.
Yeah,
If we look at 8 years here at $250, what is that? Like, that's pennies.
It's nothing.
You know
it's
what I mean?
pennies a day.
To have a better life and
Absolutely.
quality of life.
Absolutely. Hearing it. So Helen Keller, she has a great quote that she didn't have her vision or her hearing, and she said, "Not having my sight cuts me off from things, but not having my hearing cuts me off from people." And I learned that my first year in school, and that has just stuck with me for 20 plus years now. It's just so impactful.
Now, listen, if you're on the fence, you're like, you know what? I'm not great with technology. I'll tell you. I'm not good with technology either. They have a whole team of real audiologists, okay, who are trained to be able to help you. You can call them, you can text them, you can video chat, you can email, all of the things when you need assistance. They're not shipping you off to some random place with a call center where people don't know what they're doing and they're reading from a script. These are real people, real audiologists who are there to support you. Now, I think we have another video that we're going to show, I think is somebody talking about, this is going to be the simulation. So if you're just tuning in, I want you to take a listen to your screen right now. And this is going to be a simulation of what you have when you don't have the MD hearing aid in, and of course with.
Put out in the sandbox and I made a big castle. Then we went inside and had soup for lunch. Chicken noodle is mine.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Are you excited for vacation?
I am. We're going to the Finger Lakes this year. Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Where are they?
It's home to amazing parks and restaurants and fabulous attractions, like the Field Museum, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Adler Planetarium, and the Shedd Aquarium.
And something that I love about that simulation is it shows hearing loss, really. When you have hearing loss, you can hear, but not always understand.
Yeah.
And hearing aids give you back that crispness, that clarity, that understanding of speech. So I really like that. It really shows some of the struggles that people are experiencing when you have hearing loss.
It's almost like listening underwater.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
very
what
good
it kind of
analogy.
sounds like.
Yep.
Is that you? Have you gone to, maybe you're not going to those family events. Maybe you're not going out to dinner with your friends, going to, play pickleball, whatever it is that you like to do. Have you found yourself shying away from it? Because you're like, you keep saying, what? Excuse me, huh? And people repeating themselves and you're like, you get frustrated, right? Don't do that to yourself. It is okay. Hearing loss is normal for all of us. It will happen. did. What you do about it, though, that is up to you. You can get this home. I want to remind you all of the value today. This is the lowest price on a Today Special that we will only see now. You won't see the Today Special again. $110 off. If you are someone or you know someone that is suffering from hearing loss, you must do something about it. $50 is going to get this home. Or again, if you have your VIP card because you're an HSN card holder, you would get this home for $41 and change. It is on FlexPay. It is free shipping. I will say take charge of your own life. Give yourself quality of life back. And maybe if it's okay, Dr. Sandra, we can talk a little bit about the ease of use of this.
Absolutely. So I'm wearing mine right now. You can see it. Not at all, especially head on. And if I turn and look back in my ear, then you can see it. Of
Here,
course,
I'm gonna, if it's okay, I'm gonna touch your hair just so we can see. So if we see here, like I had to pull, we just pulled her hair back, but look how small this is. It blends in. We're seeing it because we're looking for it. Right. If you are not looking for it, you are not going to see it. Look at this.
Not at all. You can't see it. My hair is completely back. I can wear my hair back, tuck it back. You don't see it from head on unless you're, partially behind someone looking in their ear canal, which doesn't really happen. And it's so easy. Put it in, take it out. It is one button. So that one little button turns it on, turns it off, and is your volume control as well.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Look, okay, listen,
so
you can
easy.
press one button, guys.
Yeah.
It's easy to press one button. I want you to do something about this. You have the power to change how you hear, whether it's you, whether it's one of your loved ones. This is a no-brainer. 45 days to try this out and get it home. Now, don't just take it from me and Dr. Sandra. I want you to take a listen to some of the patients that have been positively affected and their lives have been better because of this.
So far, my experience has been excellent with the hearing aids. They've given me no problems. The charger is great. These are the real deal. They're very good.
I am extremely happy.
And I liked that it was extra small and that it was in ear.
I'm finding it simple to use. I would highly recommend this for anybody.
MDHearing remotely was outstanding, with outstanding service.
They seem to work. They work. I can hear noises that I couldn't normally hear or sound, and I'm pretty confident.
If someone asked me about purchasing these hearing aids, I would say yes.
He's so cute.
They're so cute. And what I love about this, you can tell, these are clearly not paid actors. These are clearly cell phone videos that have been taken at home.
Yeah.
And what we do is we send out a lot of emails just making sure you're doing okay, you're doing good, is everything fine, you need any help? And one of the things we do is say, well, if you'd like to tell us about it in video instead of maybe typing out, you can do that. So these patients decided to tell us how great they're doing in video form instead of typing it out, which is wonderful. That was their reaction to us.
I love that they're so cute.
Yes.
And but also you can tell that they're happy, right?
100%.
And
yes.
I go back to my Meemaw. She is, I think she's going to be 87. She is great grandma to my son. On his dad's side. And I just remember the frustration, right?
Absolutely.
She wants to, and she is like 80, you're like 87, she's like 6 years old. But that's how she seems, or younger.
Yeah.
But, she was not enjoying her quality of life. She loves to go to church on Sundays. She was not able to hear. She wanted to sing, and worship and everything. And she wasn't able to do that, okay? Is that you? Are you not going to church? Are you not going to your place of worship? Are you not spending time with your loved ones, with your friends? Think about the holidays the last few years. Are you not joining in on the fun because you don't want to keep asking people to repeat themselves, right? I think sometimes we feel it internally, Dr. Sandra. We're like, I don't want to bother anyone and ask them to repeat themselves, right? Or things like that.
For sure, because a lot of times people say, oh, well, if you would just talk more clearly, or if you talk louder, it sounds like you're mumbling.
Yeah.
So a lot of times the person with the hearing loss doesn't realize that's not only affecting themselves, it's affecting their family. It might be frustrating, your spouse, your friends, your, children, when you can't hear them and you think, well, it's their problem. It's not actually, it's hearing loss. So that's something that this can absolutely help with.
So if that's you or someone you love, are you sounding, things aren't sounding as crisp, right? You're finding yourself maybe hearing people mumbling all the time. And, listen, you don't need an appointment for this. This is something you can get home. There's no prescription needed. You don't have to jump through hoops. You're not, crying on the phone with health insurance. And I say that because so many of us, that's a real thing, dealing with that, or getting a bill in the mail that says, hey, $8,000 for my hearing aids.
Yes. Oh
right?
my gosh, yes, absolutely.
I mean, these are
Absolutely.
real things. I want to remind you all of the value you are getting today. It's not just the value to your quality of life, right, that you're getting back, but this is a value for something that you can't put money on. But today, you can get this home for under $250. Yes, it's a considered purchase, but when you consider the, the difference, right, of you being able to hear or not, I think that you're willing to put in an investment into yourself. It is $50 to get home. I want to reiterate, $110 off, lowest price that we have ever seen, and only time we will see on a Today Special in 2025. Free shipping as well. I know we only have a few minutes left, Dr. Sandra. I think it's so important, that we are talking to people about this. I think that they don't know there's an alternative, right?
Absolutely.
What would you want them to take away from this?
If you're struggling at all, if a loved one is struggling at all, try hearing aids out. We have 45 days to try them. If you have any questions, any frustrations, we have an excellent user's manual, but I personally am a person that likes to talk to somebody. Just, am I doing this right? Is this okay? Wonderful. Call us. We'd love to help you. And I did want to show one thing with this case. So with the HSN value, you're getting 2 cases, which is amazing and not something we normally do. But I have the case plugged in down here, and I just have the one hearing aid in here. And so I don't know if you can see that, but I only have the one side instead of the other one. But you can see that the case is plugged in because these bottom row of lights is lit up blue, so it's showing that it's charging. And then the one side here is also showing partially blue, but it's not fully charged. So the 3 different lights will show you that, oh, you're a little charged, getting there, all the way charged. So if they only take 2.5 hours to charge, and they last for 18 plus hours.
What?
So that's amazing. And if you are then forgot to charge them for some reason and need to go out, need to go do something, totally fine. You can check just by putting them in the case and say, oh, well, I have 2 bars. Okay, I'm gonna get about 10-ish or so hours. So they don't have to be fully charged for you to use them. We recommend that, of course, but the case is really nice to show you that this is how much life I actually have in the battery right now.
And remember, you are getting 2. With the last couple minutes left, I do want to show one more time the simulation. If you're just tuning in, if you are hearing like this, it's going to show with and without the hearing aid. Take a listen.
Put out in the sandbox and I made a big castle. Then we went inside and had soup for lunch. Chicken noodle is mine.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm pretty good. How are you? Are you excited for vacation?
I am. We're going to the Finger Lakes this year. Have you ever done that?
I haven't. Where are they?
It's home to amazing parks and restaurants and fabulous attractions, like the Field Museum, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Adler Planetarium, and the Shed Aquarium.
It sounds so crisp, so clean, right?
Yep.
And without, I think I said earlier, underwater.
Underwater. Yeah, absolutely. Hearing aids give back clarity. Because most of the time when we lose our hearing, we're losing those high pitches, and that's clarity. That's the difference between bat and rat. You can misunderstand just one consonant, and it completely changes the whole sentence. And that's what hearing aids give back, is those high frequencies, that clarity that you're missing from speech.
Okay, listen, this is so important, whether it's for you, whether it's someone that you love, right? This is an investment into yourself to give yourself a better quality of life. Over 500 have been sold since last night when it launched, but as a reminder on this deal, because it's the lowest price we've seen, there's a certain amount that MD Hearing has brought in for us. So I don't want you to miss this. I doubt we're gonna have any left by the end of the day. So I do wanna make sure you grab this while you can. $50 will get it home. You have 45 days through MD Hearing. If you don't love it, they will refund you and return it. But we know that your quality of life will be better. You'll be able to join in those family activities, go out with your friends again, bring that life back into your life, right? That enjoyability again, be able to go out and do things with your friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In our last 30 seconds, is there anything that you want to tell them at home?
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you do try these. They will change your life, and that's what we want. And if you don't like them, no problem, return them, but give them a try and give them an honest try. Put them in your ears, charge them, wear them, and see how much you're really missing.
Easy to use, really affordable. These are functional. They're going to make your life so much better. 905-539 is your item number. $50 gets it home on Flex. Free shipping and handling. All you do is have to get them home and start using them, and you will enjoy life again. Dr. Sandra, thank you for being with me this morning. It was so good to see you.
So good to see you.
Okay, guys. Now listen, if you grab the Today Special, or maybe you want to, and we want to give you some free money to use towards that, How do you do it? If you are not an HSN card holder and you apply and are approved today, then we are going to give you $25 towards any purchase. So all you have to do is go to hsn.com, type in HSN card, or call the 800 number you see on your screen. Our team will be able to take care of you. Okay, now we are moving along, and we have some fashions to show you today. Okay, so from Juliana Rancic, this is her exclusive line here at HSN, G by Juliana.